figured I'd do an update video on the Cutlass. These are the rims that were in the first drive video. Just some El Cheapo bullet holes that I got with off S10 at the junkyard, and just to get it moving. Radial tires that are in good shape. I'm gonna leave these on here for a while. I also have the backs. They need tires though. Grand Am super wide GTs on original vintage Krager 10-inch wide wheels. I got air shocks in the back, lifting the car enough to get the get clearance for the wheels. The car would move with the air shocks completely deflated. The car would run and drive, but any little bump and they rub. So, can't do it without air shocks. So if you're considering this with your Chevelle or whatever, buy air shocks. It rides better anyway. But, yeah, I got the back quarter glass that was, that had fallen out. I got that back on track. There's a lot of surface rust on this car, but the only rot on the entire car is the back quarters, but I'm a little bit worried about what's under the vinyl top, because there's some lumps and a little bit of crunching sound on the top there. I might yank the top off, I might not. On one hand, it protects it from rain. On the other hand, it traps moisture. So, I don't know what to do. The floors are completely solid. They're totally rust-free, except for surface rust, which I've been working on getting off with a wire wheel. But, no rot, except these two pinholes and this pinhole. And, I don't know why it rusted there, of all places, on the top of the drive shaft hump. That's really weird. But at least there's no holes in the floor, so I'm happy. There's just these drain holes, and then there's your body plugs. I've been painting white, seeing how it would look. I don't really like it. It looks dirty. Granted, I'm going to put carpet in the car and seats back here, and it'll be invisible. The idea is just to seal the metal of the floors. I think I'm just going to do Pour 15. It's black, and it's a white car. So I don't really want to do that, because Pour 15 is black. But you can paint over Pour 15, so I don't know. Still debating on it. I figured $9 for a quart can of Rust-Oleum. It's worth trying the white. I should have gone with silver. Lesson learned. Yeah, the inside of the car is solid everywhere. I ripped all the seats out. The back seats are complete junk. Frames are shot. No point in saving the covers. They're bad too. Front bench seat is okay. But the little foot for this mount here broke off of the frame, so I might try to get new tracks, depending on what the underside looks like. I've got it under a tarp over there. It was starting to rain, so I just tossed that over. I gotta flip it over and take a look one day. But, later tonight, I'm going to pick up a set of Cavalier bucket seats. They're going to be mounted in the front, driver and passenger. And I found a Chevelle rear seat in reasonable condition for $80 that I'm going to throw in here. It's an A-body, so it should be the same. We'll find out. But, yeah, that's kind of a status update on the car. The roof has a lot of surface rust, which I'm going to sand and clean up. I haven't found any rot yet. I still have to get the headliner out, except where the visor was for the passenger. That's completely, completely gone. The car has the optional chest belts, which seems like a great idea, except they're not fucking retractable, And when you have no fucking headliner, they don't stay in up there. And then whenever you're trying to do something in the car, they fucking flop down and whack you in the head. It's really fucking irritating. But the gas gauge didn't work for a long time. It's looking like it's working now. Alternator light works. Oil pressure light doesn't work. Generator, the overheating light, I don't know. I've never overheated it, so. 62,000 original miles. This car's been in my family since 71, and that mileage is original. No Bondo on this car. Nothing was ever redone on it except seat covers. That was back in the 80s before my dad parked it. As far as the motor goes, it's got the original numbers matching Oldsmobile 350, TH 350 combo. It runs great. New air filter, oil change, trans fluid, etc., etc. Not a problem with it. I haven't tested the AC compressor yet. Got to get around to it. The hoses don't look bad. It would be funny if the R12 stayed in it all these years and I turned it on and the AC worked. That'd be hilarious. But the alternator works. Those are the old belts. I gotta get new ones, but they work for now. Power steering works. Haven't had to add any fluid to it. Still full. I replaced the booster, but I just noticed this today. I guess my master is shot. So that'll be replaced too. I thought I could save myself $30, but that's what you get for being cheap. What else? That's pretty much an update on the car. I mean, it runs and drives, and the brakes worked. And I came out here yesterday and pushed the pedal, and it sank to the floor, and then he pumped it, and it pumped back up. And I bled them, and they worked fine, and I guess the seal popped. So that sucks. But, yeah. Yeah, good solid car. It's coming along well. Like I said, plans for it. Chevelle rear seat, Cavalier front buckets, and new carpet. Ripped the old headliner out. Fixed the brakes again. And then replaced the belts and a few other tune-up parts. And in the springtime, put it on the road. It's winter in New York, and soon the snow's going to be falling. I got to figure out what to do with it. There's no garage at the rental house. There's a storage unit place up the street, but it costs like $80 a month, something like that. No, more than that. It costs like $100 a month for a unit big enough to store a car. And I don't have a job yet, so we'll see what happens. But that's an update on the car. I think the last update was when I first got when I first cut the muffler off because it was rusted out. But a lot changed since then. It could be put on the road if you replace the master and bled the brakes, but I'm not going to put it on the road during the winter. Snow and salt up here is wicked, and the last thing it needs is more rust. So, that's my all-original 69 Cutlass update. Let me know what you think.